Hey everybody, it's John. Welcome to JK LOL Storytime. This is episode 15. We are live. Not really live because we're going to record this.
We're a day late and $1 short recording. We're supposed to have this out yesterday, but we have been on the road doing our weddings on tour. So
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's the morning of wedding number 4.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We've accomplished the one in Idaho with your family and last week. And then we went to go sweat it out in Phoenix and Las Vegas.
Yes.
That's
So
pretty
now we're
iconic.
back I've got my blanket and everything.
Back in the mountains.
Back in the mountains, and we're up in the mountains near Ogden and in a little town called Eden. And it's absolutely gorgeous up here. We're enjoying the fresh air and a beautiful home. And yeah, so we'll just jump right on into it. Welcome, regulars. We're happy to have you. And if you're following along, thank you so very much. We sincerely appreciate the support, and you're going to love these adventures. It does not disappoint, I will
It does
say.
not. It does not.
You know, we have gotten to the point where we just are rolling with the punches, and really that's what it was all about to begin with. It was about meeting our people where they're at, and as low stress as possible, even with the chaos that ensues around you. So
It was great. We had a good time.
we
We learned some stuff, but holy shit, we're married? Question mark? Because we haven't told anybody which one's the real one, and we're not going to tell any of you which
Not
one's the
yet.
real one until the end of June.
yeah. Yeah.
Are we married legally? Who knows? Me?
I don't know. Well, I'm wearing my wedding band because it's beautiful.
We're
so
still married. We still made that commitment in front of
did.
our family and friends.
We
So
are. Yeah.
we're married in that sense. Legally, we'll see what date that is, but
As far as submitting in that marriage license, we'll see where it happens
yeah,
at.
which one we submit. So I think that's pretty cool. But let's should we bring them up to date on like the chaos of, well, maybe if we just have 9 weddings, they won't be as stressful as just having one.
Yeah, I think we've been building up to that, and just, the tension keeps rising. And I kind of felt that once the wedding happened, all of a sudden that pressure would just release, and it's going to be perfect, right? Turns out I couldn't have been more wrong. And we decided for that first stretch, we got to have John's kids with us, which was a blessing in and of itself, but also was a little chaotic, having 4 kiddos,
2 puppies,
2 puppies,
family.
1 donkey, 1 Randy, and a trailer that we're hauling with or without a motorcycle.
Inside of it.
Inside of it, correct. Inside of it. Sometimes, Randy was following behind. Actually, for most of the
That was
trips,
the
he's been
plan, yeah.
following
And that was
behind.
the plan. So
Yep. And
we've been very fortunate to have really good weather, minus the trip out in Montana where there's a little bit of rain.
yeah, there was. But it was getting dark anyways
Yeah.
at that point.
But he's been a trooper. 109
That's it.
degrees in Las Vegas, riding his
my
motorcycle.
Quick funny story I just have to share. I don't know if any of y'all have ever seen Heavyweights, but there's a scene right at the very beginning where Jerry, misses the bus from last day of school, so he has to walk home, and he finds this lemonade stand where these girls are selling lemonade, and they're like, here's your cup, and he's like, and he just slaps money on the table and just takes the pitcher and just starts chugging the whole pitcher. And we're probably about 100 miles outside of the Phoenix area, and all of a sudden, Randy's flashing his lights to John, and I had just fallen asleep in the car, and so I wake up to the window coming down, and John hands Randy a water bottle, and Randy just completely jerries it and just chugs everything. He's like, I need more. So,
Yeah.
And then he's dumping water all over himself.
We're out like in the area of Highway 93 between Kingsman and
Yeah, between Kingman
Wiccan
and
Frickenberg.
Wiccan Frickenberg. John was so sleep deprived at
I
that
had
point.
slept 58 minutes the night before. I had driven back to North Dakota with my kids to drop them off with their mom, and gone back, and it was 96 degrees with 80% humidity, and there's thunderstorms rolling in, so I had to go hay the yard basically.
Yep.
It was like 10 inches tall.
Oof,
And
thank you for doing that.
You're
by
welcome.
The way.
So then severe thunderstorms rolled in with like the hail and the tornadoes and all the things, so I didn't sleep much. Supposed to be at the airport by 3:45 to fly back out to Vegas to meet up with you.
And then you get delayed.
Yeah, we got it delayed. So it all worked out, but I ended up getting to sleep on the plane just a little bit, but I was trying to sort out my flights. So
Oy, stressful situation. And
stressful.
Then, I got the privilege of hauling the trailer. First time that Cooper, the storm pooper, is hauling a trailer, and I was the one that got to do that. Randy was following behind on his bike, and oy vey, That was a stressful morning too. But we'll go deeper into details on each one of the weddings because each one of them have their own thrills and excitement as well as their own sort of chaos. There's been one wedding so far that has not been super stressful and that was like, oh yeah, this is what we were wanting. This is what we were going for. There's only been one so far.
Yeah. I think we could tease it that it was in Phoenix. And we had all our people around at the house that we rented. And it's just like, we'll get to it when we get to it. Like, we're going to get ready, we're going to get dressed, and we're going to go to a beautiful park. And I can't wait for them to see the footage of that and see the photos of the park. They were just rolled up. There's nobody there. Brandy did his thing.
We even brought the puppies in their little bridesmaid dresses.
So we went to Starbucks afterwards.
We did. We in all of our wedding gear, and it was there. People get sick. People, the parents, my adopted parents, they mom was really, really, really sick and couldn't be out, and so we just made it work with the people that could be there. But again, that was the beauty of everything, was that there was no stress. If they couldn't make it, they know that we're coming back to see them, and it wasn't this big grand hoopla where we spent $200 per plate on them and they felt obligated to be there. They could live their real lives, and we sent pictures, we sent videos, and they were still a part of it. They were, of course, there in our hearts, even though they were only a few miles away, locked up in their house, quarantined. So, it was an amazing experience.
And I think we talk about that as like, the whole thing behind this is that we wanted to spend more than the 5 to 10 minutes that the bride and groom get to spend with people that come to their weddings. When they have one wedding, right? Now, we took the wedding of the people, we got to spend hours, if not days, with these people. Like, your family, we got to have up in the cabins, or a cabin in the woods of Idaho, and the kids got to have a weenie roast.
Yes.
Which I feel like I'm failing as a father if I've never had a weenie roast over a campfire.
Well, and we got to do, my family tradition was always that we had to make our own weenie roasting sticks. So we would go out in the woods with either grandma, mom, or an aunt or an uncle, and we would find, green branches that are lower, usually the willow trees, the willows that hang out by the rivers. Those are really, really green and great for roasting hot dogs because they're long and skinny. But in this instance, we didn't have those. So they went out with my mom, and Gigi is what we call her. So Gigi took the kids all out. They hunted for their own sticks, and Harper, I think it was either Harper or Reagan, wanted a really big, thick, round one. And Gigi tried telling him, like, that's not gonna work well. It's gonna split your dog. You're gonna have marshmallows falling everywhere. But they got to learn.
Yeah, we had a proper campfire, and Lucas got to learn how to build a fire and get to do some Boy Scout stuff. And Grandpa got back there, and Grandpa Randuski.
Grandpa Randuski.
Grandpa
He's got
Gumbo.
all kinds of nicknames after this trip. It's fun.
He does. We're excited. But yeah, we had a good time. And that one, the Idaho one was stressful because of the amount of people, and just trying to stick to a tight timeline. But the Phoenix one was great because it was just like, our people are here and nobody's in a rush.
Yep. Yeah.
And honestly, that's what we envisioned it being.
That was the vibe. And hopefully that's how the Utah one goes. We're going to go probably in about 6 hours or so and have a ceremony in the Ogden Canyon,
which is
here in the mountains.
Right over those mountains behind us.
Yep.
They might not look like mountains. There's also a walking path behind us. So if you see people wandering past us, we're doing this.
We're going to probably blur them out because we don't have releases for them. But.
Yeah, well, we'll put something over their face. But anyway, they're walking down the path because we're in like this development area where there's like a lodge, I think, this way.
Yeah.
With a pool and bar and restaurant and all the things. So pretty awesome place you found us, babe. We've stayed in some pretty cool places.
We have, and then we've stayed in some pretty terrible places too, but we will get more into that later. I think the one thing that we really wanted to just try and highlight in this episode for everybody is just the reality of life and what happens. Everything, you can plan it out to the T and think that everything is absolutely perfect, and then it all falls apart at the last minute, or you have these negative experiences that you can let either ruin your day, ruin your trips, or you can move past it, own it for what it is, try to see a little bit of perspective and from everyone's eyes, not just your own perspective, and move on. Have the best possible experience. And that's life. That's it doesn't have to apply to just your wedding days. It's life. And
it is.
Together we've had to overcome quite a few things. Actually, what's really funny is the Airbnb rentals. You want to talk a little bit about that, sweetie?
Yeah, I think so. That we generally stick with VRBOs, so vacation rental by owner.
Yeah.
kind of stuck away from Airbnb after your negative interaction in Las Vegas, where something was held out to be like, single family house kind of vibe or a room, but it was more of a hostel. You got walked in the bathroom,
room,
yep. And you got walked in the bathroom, and then that's just really still followed you, is that negative interaction with that person derailing our plans to rent another house.
Yes, so I had no idea. Well, due to the nature of the trip so far, nothing has really gone as planned, and we knew that it wouldn't, so we didn't make any solid plans other than this is the wedding location, if we need to make reservations for restaurants, if we're going to have larger groups, etc. But really, as far as like the places where we're going to stay, really Idaho was the only one that we knew for sure we were going to be there for roughly a full week. Everywhere else, it was like, we don't know weather, we don't know drive time, all of those things. So if we have to stay in a hotel, we'll stay in a hotel. If we know a couple days ahead of time, we'll do our VRBO. But for Phoenix, that situation was very much a same day kind of, oh crap, we've been so busy with the kids and so busy with everything. I forgot to do the VRBO. And so I was on the app and I couldn't rent anything same day. I found places, but you can't. It has to be at least 24 hours notice or 12 hours notice so that the renters have time to respond, which is completely understandable. I should say the owners have time to respond. And so I'm like, what are we going to do? I went on Airbnb just to see, or actually I think I Googled and then I found one on Airbnb that was an option. And so I'm like, well, we're going to give it a try. We'll give Airbnb a try. I mean, it had been 7 years since I have used that. And well, not 7 years, it's been 5 years.
Like 5 years, yeah.
5 years, but I've been a member
5,
for 7
7,
years.
like whatever.
But
At this point, it's way in the past, right?
Right, way in the past.
It's not like this happened.
Well, and I
3
can't
months
even
ago.
go see that old review that I had even posted for that Las Vegas house.
I'm sure that house is just not listed anymore.
I'm quite certain it's
But
not.
your feedback on being a renter remains,
But
which is
that
not fair.
review is there. It's a 1-star review, and it's just like, red flag, this person was unnecessarily aggressive, and she didn't read the details and all of these things, which I had no clue was even on there until I tried to rent this place in Phoenix, and thankfully they didn't just say, no, denied, like other people have done so far, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, so big shout out to Sean and Jamie for like hearing us out.
Yes, and their home was amazing, but they were very professional about it, and they're like, nope, we would love the opportunity, but we do have to inquire about this 1-star review. I thought that it was the review that I had left the Las Vegas people. I didn't know that it was my personal review. And so I was like, oh, okay, well, the only other time I've ever used this app was Las Vegas. And it was a horrible experience.
Look at that deer.
And I was left unsafe, feeling unsafe. And yep, squirrel.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
Left feeling unsafe. And it was, I then went to another hotel where, there was an attempt on being like broken into and all of that. And it was just a horrible experience. So I was not as gracious and kind as I would normally try to be. But also, after feeling so unsafe, I was very assertive in my words. Because I don't think that I swore or did anything.
No, you're professional.
Horrible.
But you're probably pretty.
Oh, I was very shaken, for sure. And then the fact that I had rented that room out for an entire week and wasn't going to get a refund. I mean, I think even back then I was paying, $110 a night. So that was a big chunk of money for me, being single mom, just recently moved out, trying to make a life for myself and my daughter. That was not a small amount to have to eat.
No.
And I was very upset about that. But thankfully, Jamie and Sean, amazing home.
Yeah, cool pool.
Yeah.
Putting green. Randy really liked that.
Yeah.
We have a pretty awesome picture of him sinking a putt.
Yes, we
The
do.
puppies loved it.
The puppies really loved it. And
So
it was
funny.
gated, and they even had their own little like canister that had bags for like the cleanup bags, and then their own little garbage pail for the cleanup, which was amazing.
Yeah.
They thought of everything.
They really did.
It was absolutely incredible. We will definitely be staying there again. It's really close to where my best friend lives. It was just like a mile and a half away, and it worked out perfectly. But amongst all of that, hearing and reading that negative review, it has put a lot of roadblocks in the way for us because we can't do less than 24-hour rentals with Airbnb. Kind of stinks, but it is what it is. Sorry, Airbnb, we will not be back.
Yeah, no, that's why we've kind of been with VRBO for a while. So.
But also, well, and it is what it is. But
If it works for you, then great. Keep
Great.
using it. But like for us, yeah.
Well, unfortunately, we have a psychotic lady who's trying to earn a buck and rent out her home as a hostel. I mean, you look at her profile picture and you're like, oh yeah, this guy, this lady, sorry, way too much Botox, thinks way too much of herself, and yep, okay,
Yeah.
cool beans.
Kind of get what you pay for right there. The house in Phoenix, though, right down the street from a Krispy Kreme.
We got to have warm Krispy Kreme donuts. Yep,
Which that's the only way to have a Krispy Kreme.
absolutely. Yep.
I mean, I know you can get them at the gas station or whatever, but fresh Krispy Kremes are where it's at.
Yes.
So.
To tie up that thought, the overcoming the obstacles in life, just making sure that we are sticking to the real purpose. And I think that that's our message for at least today is just the obstacles that will arise. You can let it ruin you. You can, I was in a little bit of a funk. I didn't like reading those things. Jon didn't like reading those things because we both knew what the experience was, and it's unfair.
I mean, it worked out for me in the long run.
Yeah, it did.
We probably would have still
Turns
ended up
out
together
my
after
golden
that.
knight showed up. Speaking of
the Golden Knights.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might get beat up wearing this hat in Utah.
You know what? We're gonna go for it.
Yeah, that's right.
We're gonna wear it in Kentucky too.
They're 2-3 in the Stanley Cup, so we're not.
At least right now, yeah.
We'll see. I'm
We'll
a little
pull
nervous.
through.
I'm a
We
little
always do.
nervous. But I mean, the things are always going to go wrong, right?
Yep.
And it's just how you react to it, and making the best of it. So sometimes, maybe Krispy Kremes aren't the best thing about it, but still it's something positive. And it was very cool for Reagan to have a warm Krispy Kreme.
Yes.
I only brought 6 because I know how addictive they are when they're fresh and warm. She would have probably eaten a dozen if I'd have let her.
Oh yeah. We all would have. We all would have.
And then we got to take Randy to Harley-shop in a couple different towns, and he was very excited.
He has been having, it's amazing. I will just say these Lackaduck guys, they are pretty incredible. They make friends with wherever they go. We needed to get, the hog an oil change. And, he spent maybe an hour and a half there because also we had to drop off a trailer into a secure location so we're not dragging it through the strip. And then we had to drop off the puppies because puppies aren't allowed in the hotel and all of those things. So he was there for a chunk of time. But he made friends with everybody that was in there. When we went back the next day to go pick up the bike, they all remembered us and we got to have pictures and,
Yeah, we really appreciate Las Vegas Harley on the South Las Vegas Boulevard out by the iconic sign for storing the bike for us overnight. We could sleep easy and rest easy knowing it's not in a parking garage of the Venetian, which parking garage of the Venetian is super secure because the window was down on the Sequoia and it was fine.
I don't know though, somehow the gas tank got bent and broken, so I don't know if someone was...
And I don't know if it just got shut the wrong way at some point or whatever, but we'll get it fixed. Toyota will take care of it at our favorite guy.
We've just had,
It's just been all the things, and it's all the little things, and you keep adding up and thinking oh, maybe this isn't what we're supposed to be doing, maybe this isn't for us. But I think even in those things where you feel called to do something, you're still always gonna have those setbacks. And it's just how you respond to them, and be.
Following what you're meant to do doesn't mean that it's going to be easy. Doesn't mean that there's not going to be any obstacles and that it's just like smooth sailing. It means that you're being called to do something and that it's almost like a test of faith of are you going to follow through and do it or not. I
mean, I could have run away to Central America with my hot dog stand years ago, but I didn't.
I'm glad you didn't.
I'm glad I didn't either. It would have been easier. Hot dog stand at a beach bar in Central America. I don't know, Nicaragua or something. Could be. But we also get to tour the country right now and figure out where we want to live and where we don't want to live. I'm too Norwegian to live in Phoenix full time. Fun to vacation.
You are very, very. It was even
hot.
Just stopping at the gas stations. He was. Yep.
Yeah, we've got lots of
sweating, just dripping sweat.
Yep, we've got lots of stories from late night strip adventures on the Las Vegas Strip, getting Taco Bell.
That was you and Donkey on Shrek and Donkey on their adventure.
Oh boy. Yeah. Well, you're telling me you want to find $5 blackjack on the Strip. It's not in the Venetian, I will tell you that. Unless you put a 0 behind it, then you have $5.
Then you got your $5 blackjack.
Then you have $5 blackjack on a live table.
If you don't know what you're doing, I wouldn't advise
$50 hands of blackjack.
$50 hands.
No, I won't even do $50 hands.
Oh, I did have fun. Yep, we went and sat down at the slot machines in our wedding gear. That was fun.
Yep.
Yeah, we've had a good time, and we're very much looking forward to another incredible, serene experience. I mean, as chaotic as the Idaho wedding was, it was incredible. incredible to have my family there supporting me, seeing me through the whole thing. Actually, we have some family that's traveling from Idaho for this wedding because they missed the Idaho wedding. So it's gonna be beautiful. And
I'm excited for the Timberline.
Oh, me either. Yeah. Speaking of, thankfully, I had the foresight. You know, my stepbrother messaged me. He's like, "Hey, do you need reservations for the Timberline? I can make them for you if you need. If you're too busy." I'm like, "Oh, bro, I already have that taken care of." I went back in my email and I looked, and attention to detail is not my strong suit. At the bottom of the reservation request, it says, "Please call the restaurant to confirm these reservations." Well, that was way back in May. I'm like, "Oh shoot, I should probably
like a
call them."
lifetime ago.
Huh? Yeah, it feels like it, right? And so, like, I think it was like May 4th or May 14th or something. And so I called the restaurant. I'm like, "Hey, I'm just confirming, making sure you still have my reservation for 16 to 17 people." And they're like, "Oh, for Kaylee?" And I'm like, "Nope, my name's not Kaylee." "Well, what's your phone number?" And because it was the exact same time, same amount of people. And so
Sounds like we're going to make friends tonight.
they did not, yeah, they did not have my reservation. So thankfully they made it for us and we had the foresight. But we've been learning things all along the way. And anybody that wants to do a wedding on tour, we definitely have a few inside scoops for you.
Yeah, I think you should. Like, I think even at this point where we've had all the chaos and all the things that happen, I think I'd still choose to do it the same way.
I would too. I mean, there are things that, I think that's just life in general. If I could change things, I would, but.
Yeah, hindsight's always 20/20, right?
Right.
Maybe the puppies would stay somewhere a little bit longer because it's been pretty brutal on them.
It has been.
Well, I mean, they've been really good about it, and we haven't been neglecting them, but it feels like it. Like they've been loved and fed and watered, and they got to go camp bow wow in Las Vegas and have a blast.
Yeah.
So.
But just the whole driving in the car and being in their kennels, just because it's such tight quarters and having dogs on your lap the whole time is not feasible. And then all of the gas stops are if we need to go in and eat something. And
Well, I mean, if they weren't so chaotic in the car, it might be different. But Ethel just likes to jump on your lap while you're driving. That's not real safe.
No, it really is
At
not.
75, 80 miles an hour. So if she could just sit on somebody's lap in the back, that'd be okay. Yeah. It would be a little bit different scenario. And we can't let Ethel be in her kennel when Lucy's out roaming around because she's more calm. Like, it doesn't seem fair either. So.
Yeah, and then the puppy diapers, they look so ridiculous in every home that we go into. I do puppy diapers. I don't want to risk any accidents, It's just, they're unpredictable, and then dogs like to mark their territory. It doesn't matter where you're at, and if you're at a pet-friendly home, odds are there have been other pets there.
Right, yeah.
And so they're gonna be sniffing around, marking their territory. So they are always wearing their stinking diapers. I don't know if you can hear Lucy whining in the background, but we have the screen door open, and she's like, "I just want to be out there sitting on your lap, Mom."
Yeah, it's a nice morning in the mountains in June.
Yes, beautiful.
I'm not melting.
You are not melting, and you're even wearing a long sleeve shirt.
I am. I'm wearing my mountain
Popping your
shirt.
collar too, babe.
Sure. Am I? Oh yeah, look at that. Taking it back to the 90s. I'm taking it back to the era this house was built, early 2000s.
Oh yeah,
And
poppy collar.
You think I can find a puka shell necklace at Sam and Eddie's?
Odds are you probably could.
We're excited for that today. We're really excited that the first 2 legs of the tour are coming to a close. That, maybe this isn't such a crazy idea after all. There's craziness that happened in the idea, but the idea is not so crazy. Everybody loves it.
Yeah.
Everybody's on board. We got married by Batman.
We did get married by Batman, Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne, the minister's name at the Little White Chapel in Las Vegas is Bruce Wayne.
And
you guys be cool. We're getting married by Batman.
Yeah, be cool, man. We're getting married by Batman. Yeah.
I kind of want him to say at the end, "I'm Batman."
I'm Batman.
But yeah, very cool. Like he was very good. Did a great ceremony. Very cool.
He actually, it's funny. Out of all of the ceremonies, I thought for sure I'd cry in Idaho. Didn't cry in Idaho. I thought for sure being with Gail, I would be bawling. I didn't cry in Arizona, but Las Vegas, sitting in the back of the pink Cadillac. I don't know what it was. I just couldn't help. Tears were just streaming down my face.
It's a tunnel of love, baby.
It was the tunnel of love, the thighs.
That's my best King impression. Tunnel of love, baby.
Like it very much.
Yeah, that's way better. But we did see the Elvis impersonator that would marry people too.
Yeah, we got to see
I'm really happy we had Bruce.
I'm really happy we had Bruce too.
He
He did
great.
an amazing job.
He did, yeah. So hopefully he's
I think
listening
it's
to this
because we
and
chose
keeping
the
up with it.
religious ceremony.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Maybe he knew that, okay, just depending, they go through and do a little interview process with you. And we had flowers ready for us. They even gave my daughter a flower, which was special for her. And
yeah, they were great to work with, and Amy kind of helping make sure everything lined up and worked really well from Amax Marketing down there, and
She's amazing. Yeah.
she made sure that you had a bouquet, so we didn't have to bring the silk one.
The Jaiwamba one.
Yeah, kind of had a real boutonniere, so they're very cool. But yeah, I hope he's listening along and following along on this craziness. So
That would be awesome if he is. It's like I said, we've been meeting people all along the way, just doing things true Jon and Keisha fashion, making memories, taking Jon to all of the fun experiences and of my past. And
it was interesting that everybody in our wedding group also got to see what qualifies as a wedding dress in Las Vegas.
Poor Reagan.
It's like 9 p.m., so.
So you have, people coming out, and, no judgment on how people want to do their weddings. Like, never any judgment. We're doing it 9 times. We're crazy. But there was one lady that had like a romper that was all lace and see-through, and then she, had a white pair of very revealing undies on underneath, but nothing else. And so it was almost like she was just wearing straight up lingerie. And Reagan just sees the romper. She's like, "Oh, I love your dress." And as soon as the woman sees our daughter, she's like covering up her chest, like, "Whoa, oh, thank you." Like, "Oh crap, I didn't know there would be kids here."
Well, yeah, I mean, to be fair, we're in Las Vegas with a 10-year-old.
Well, and that was so hard to explain to her too, because she just wanted to, like, it's so appealing. All of the machines, all the lights, all the everything. It's so appealing to children, and it is not a child-friendly town.
Well, we even had that conversation with her when you and Colleen Donkey were out in the casino floor, just having a little girl time, and I was up in the room with Reagan and having to explain to her why Disney Plus isn't an app you can have on the TV. I'm like, they don't want you in the room, although the rooms are very nice.
Yeah.
It's not a place for kids.
Yep, they want your money, honey. They want you down gambling. They want you shopping. They want you buying food. They want you whatever. Yeah.
We had a good time. Sushi fever.
Oh my goodness. Totally worth it. We'll get into that episode.
We will, but that was incredible. Like, I mean, the whole Vegas thing was
a shit show.
Yeah.
And
Certified.
it was also amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. The sushi before was the move, though.
But Reagan, like, you ask Reagan so far which one's her favorite wedding. She's like, "Oh, Las Vegas." Oh, I'm glad you loved it.
Well, she got to ride in a limo.
We did get a limo last second. Thank you, Venetian, for making that happen for
Quinn
us.
at the concierge desk.
We were coming in hot, and Jon was freaking out. So that makes me freak out.
I was
'cause
freaking
Jon's
out.
Usually the calm, cool, collected one. If anyone's going to throw a temper tantrum, it's going to be me in this relationship. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
And
Daily?
Jon was just, "No, we're going to go." And he's like hustling, walking 1,000 miles an hour. And we're all like Sherpas, like carrying all these bags.
I
trying
was
to get...
also a Sherpa, but I was just a Sherpa on
Look at
a
those
lot
calves.
of
That
caffeine.
Sherpa can handle a lot.
Yeah.
This Sherpa, not so much. And so we're just hauling. We're trying to haul ass following Jon, and he is just booking it. "We gotta go. We're not gonna make it." And so I'm like, you know
driven
what?
into the Venetian very few times, and I have usually driven, right?
Yes. And so I went into the wrong parking garage, and we're just wasting all this time. And Jon is just like this
Well, and there's a No Doubt concert in the Sphere at the same time, so there's people freaking everywhere.
in that area. Yes. Yes, it was chaotic. And yeah. So
And I'm just really intense about the entire thing.
yes.
Because I wanted to go right for you.
Yeah. Well, after how everything has been going, I can appreciate that, because I, had to throw my temper tantrums, and
Well, and you told me you needed 2 hours to get ready. I'm like,
I do.
We need a time
If
machine.
I'm doing the hair, the makeup, the full shebang, we made it work in an hour. And
yeah, you look great.
it was what it was.
Your
right?
sparkly dress was sparkly. We didn't get to do all the fun things that we wanted to do in Vegas just because plans changed with kids along, but
Yes. But it all worked out the way that it was supposed to, right?
sure did.
So.
It sure did.
Well,
You got your wifey mug.
I
got
do
my
have
hubby
my
mug.
wifey mug. Yes.
We got these
Donkey got these for us.
Yeah.
We waited until after the Idaho wedding to officially use them, and now we've been. You want to cheers, babe?
I think we want to
Clink,
cheers.
clink.
There's bourbon in here.
No, there's not. This guy, every time. Babe, there's no bourbon.
I'm
in it.
really excited for the Kentucky wedding. We got that phone call this morning that everything's lined up, and same thing with Wisconsin. We have a meeting with them on Monday. So
Yep,
yeah.
plans changed for Wisconsin too last minute, and you know what? We couldn't be happier.
I think it'll be super cool. So, and same thing with Kentucky. So we're really excited that.
And Philadelphia is likely going to change too.
Yep, I think we're gonna go to Scranton.
I kind of feel like we should. We're both big Office fans, and so I'm finding a place in Scranton that's safe. And
The Chili's parking lot.
why not?
You can wear your white tennies.
Why not?
We can get you white tennies under your dress.
I have white tennis, babe.
I know you do.
We can make it work.
Yep, the whitest shoes award.
Yes.
You can get Dundee's.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I'll give you Dundee instead of a ring. We can exchange Dundees. But I like my ring. You know,
I love your ring.
You got the one you wanted?
I did. Yeah,
Looks
we'll have
good.
to go into that at some point.
We will. We'll cover that at some point. So
Made me cry like a baby before the wedding, so maybe that's why I didn't have tears at all the other weddings.
possibly. But yeah, even I teared up in Vegas. You didn't believe me, but I did.
Well, we'll see. Maybe it's just because my eyes were so
It's
glossy
just because
and
Ben
teary.
Affleck and J-Lo did the same thing.
Ugh, those two showing us up every time. Every time.
Goals.
Although I've got some junk in my trunk. I'm not as fit as J-Lo is, but I mean,
I love you just the way you are.
I can. Big booty Judy back here. I can do just a little J-Lo.
Yeah, Big Booty Judy and Carl the little caterpillar.
Yeah, and there's no Carl right there.
I was talking about dead cat this morning for the mics.
I thought
as
there
we're
was a
trying to
dead
figure it
cat
out.
on the patio.
Yeah. And then everybody's like, what about a dead cat? And I'm like, I feel like we've covered this. So
I feel like we know. I'm like, nope, you got to call it caterpillar.
I think I'm going to get the microphones for next time. We can hold them, the plastic handled microphones. Like,
Reporting live from.
yeah, I feel very official then, you know. But yeah, it's definitely different back to the wireless mics. These ones are different model from Rode than the ones we used initially. And we played back a little clip this morning. It sounded way better. So hopefully they sound better because this is what we're going to be using for a while.
For at least the next few episodes.
Yeah, I think we're going to shoot a couple more episodes.
Well, we're back
wherever we're
home
at.
next week, so we'll make sure to get.
I don't know. I kind of like doing it in the yard maybe.
Oh,
In the grass.
John wants to do one in the yard. All right, we'll do
We
it.
could go shoot one in our engagement spot.
We could. We absolutely could.
Really, the world is our oyster now because like
We have dead cats.
we've kind of felt like we've always been in the four walls of the studio, and now we're like we have to do it live
Yeah.
or wherever we're at. I feel like we could maybe start exploring doing some more fun adventure ones.
I'm down. You
We-
know I'm always down for an adventure.
We didn't get to do one in Vegas, so
Just make sure that I'm okay to not throw a temper tantrum, or
You
maybe
are-
get one of my temper tantrums on film.
you're watered and fed.
I have coffee. Let's see. What's the checklist for a happy Keisha? Water.
Water, coffee, a beverage just for fun. So you usually have 3 beverages going, right?
I usually do. Yeah.
Yep. So it's usually something bubbly or
Or coffee
sweet,
or
and
a
sometimes it
bubbly
also has caffeine in it. You have to be fed.
Yep.
If you've got some pain because you're so young in your knee or something, we got to make sure you have some
22. Yeah.
some ibuprofen or something,
Yeah.
and a blankie,
Yep.
or be warm, or in comfy clothes.
Yep.
Yep.
And that's really.
And coffee.
Oh, we already talked about coffee?
Well, it's that important.
It is that important for me.
And maybe a Jonathan.
Ugh, it was miserable not having you.
Yeah, for the 14 hours we were apart. No, it was more than that. It took 14 hours to get back to North Dakota.
Yeah, it was over 24 hours.
It was like 29 hours. Yeah, I counted.
No, we had fun adventures. I mean, Randy was a good replacement. He even, like, again, these Lackanet guys, like, filled up my gas tank every time. Like, I would roll down the window to give him my credit card for the gas for the Harley, and he'd fill up my car first. And,
Yeah, his $10 Phillips.
Right? I'm so jealous of that guy. We
Yeah.
were getting pretty poor gas
9
mileage.
miles a gallon, pulling a sailboat behind us. Mm-hmm. But it is what it is. So
Yeah.
maybe we'll regroup and see if we can get away without it on the East Coast.
Yeah, so stay tuned for some of the reels. We've been using the GoPros, getting some B-roll
B-roll?
footage. We ran into like this crazy backup near St. George all the way through close to Mesquite. Like it was a good 40 minutes of just
Traffic,
cars stopped.
miles, 10s,
for
20s,
miles.
30 miles of backup on I-15.
So we've got some of that. We've got good footage going through the canyons. We've got Randy footage on the Harley, motorcycle guy.
Motorcycle guy.
You know, all the good stuff. So.
I will say one thing in leaving is that we're going to get Randy on here at one point, and so he can talk about the clown car of his saddlebags.
Oh yeah.
Because we were driving late last night after sunset through Salt Lake City. He's like, oh, gotta stop, switch my glasses. And I'm like, how many pairs do you have in there?
And he pulls out several.
I think it was the pair of yellow motorcycle glasses from the Sally the Cooler episode.
Oh really?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I love it. Love
So
it,
yeah,
love it.
very good. I think we're gonna go get married again today.
Yeah. Let's do it, babe.
Number 4. What's number 4?
Number 4.
But can we go to Sam and Eddie's first?
I think we kind of have to. We've been teasing Randy this whole time, and I think he really wants to go. So
Absolutely. So we got to take them and go have some fun adventures in Utah, and we look forward to sharing more with you at JK LOL Storytime. Hey, I said it right. And hashtag wedding on tour, hashtag 9 weddings. We're still going to do it.
thanks for stopping by, regulars. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.